day. This is Sunday, 2nd of August. We are looking at the expectations for currencies by Nexgrow for next week. Nexgrow is South African intermediary moving grains and oilseeds to off-takers. It's been a momentous week. So what can we expect? Keep in mind all graphs until the end of day 31st of July, that was Friday. Well, we had an extremely bearish week for the dollar. In effect, two extremely bearish days, Thursday and Friday for the dollar. The dollar moving from stronger than 114 to weaker than 115. A whole cent is a momentous movement for the dollar. In isolation, that would mean a lot of things inter alia, strong gold and a strong ZAR, but this can't be viewed in isolation. So what happens? With the dollar weakening, we're not seeing gold going up, strengthening. Gold is also not declining, sitting a mere $40 above 4,000 support, but whether it is going to break 4,000 support, I don't know at this point in time. It's not the point of this presentation, but it is definitely not increasing on the back of a strong weakening move in the United States dollar. And also, Bitcoin closed the week below $64,000, thereby supporting weak gold and not strong gold. So what happened? Well, if we just concentrate on the last 2 days, this is 12 o'clock Thursday and 12 o'clock Friday, we see a huge move in the dollar, weaker the dollar on the right-hand scale over here. And in the process, soon after, gold started dropping fast. So that is not what you would expect. You would expect that with a weak dollar, gold would move up as well, because strong gold and a weak dollar would go hand in hand. So that the graphs would go simultaneously up. The dollar weakening as it has been, as it did during trading on Thursday, but gold not going up on the left-hand scale, actually sharply. There is, and this is this is not a weekly graph. My apologies. This is a daily graph. The yen strengthening tremendously on Thursday and Friday. As I said, this should be a daily graph. $53 billion intervention by the Bank of Japan to trade the yen off this support of 164 yen per US dollar. Buying yen, selling US dollar. So this raises immediately the question, how long can this hold? If it is not going to hold, well, this is then well, can you call it a joke for the week? It is my view that global capital flows determine currency strength. So a structurally stronger yen requires a flow of global capital into the yen, and for that matter, into gold. In other words, going into gold and into the yen, and possibly also into the euro, and out of the United States dollar if you want a structurally stronger yen. This leads to the next question. What has the yen to offer? What we see here is the on a monthly basis, because of the CPI here on the left-hand scale over there, 1.7 over there, and on the right-hand scale, Japan 10-year benchmark, the percentage yield, and starting off with that, Japan has very little to offer to attract global capital apart from CT stands for carry trade. So you would borrow there because of the very low interest rate or relatively low interest rate, possibly of the lowest in the world, and then buy higher yielding currencies as has often happened with strength in the ZAR. So too low there, and then obviously the Bank of Japan is continuously making threats of a rise in interest rates because of a rise in consumer price inflation. And in my view, although there is a rise in consumer price inflation, what else would you expect with oil often going above $100? It is, in my view, only threats, and there is little to suggest that inflation in Japan is getting out of hand. Just look at the scale here on the left-hand side. Just some years ago, a couple of years ago, inflation was at 4.5%, and that is 4%. So that must be treated as only threats that inflation will cause higher interest rates in Japan. Secondly, and also quite important, the Tokyo stock price index in a red here on the right-hand scale, clearly struggling at 4,000 resistance over there, currently at 4,003 points. On the left-hand scale, you have the US 10-year benchmark, the percentage yield, and this is a dual-purpose graph. What this tells me, first of all, that in line with the Nasdaq failure at 30,000 points, Topix is failing at 4,000 points over there. So really, if the Nasdaq is failing at 30,000 points, and it really looks like this at this point in time, I don't have a Nasdaq graph, then surely the Topix would not be able to breach 4,000 resistance and would be going down. And the second function of this graph, the primary function, is whenever there is a sharp drop in Japanese share prices, in this case, the Tokyo Stock Price Index or Topix, there you would find global capital rushing towards the safety of US treasuries. In the process, US treasuries, the yield would decline, as I've indicated here, and the dollar would strengthen. Exactly not what the Bank of Japan has in mind right now. So my last graph is the first one again. Keeping the US dollar weak will require an extraordinary effort without support from global capital flows. If that is not the case, I see the dollar back below, stronger than 115. In other words, around there where it was, around 114, up and down a bit, but around 114. So in summary, the United States dollar extraordinary decline Thursday and Friday, the result of direct market intervention by the Bank of Japan. It is the view that Japan has very little to offer to attract global capital flows for a structurally stronger yen. Therefore, the preferred market interference terminology that I used on the opening slide. The implication of this is that to keep the yen this strong against the US dollar will need continuous intervention by the Bank of Japan at unimaginable cost, including continuously weakening the Bank of Japan's own US dollar holdings. If this is not viable, the expectation is a US dollar back stronger than 150. Keep in mind, this is an outlook. Outlooks will be wrong. This outlook is nullified when the US dollar weakens through $1.17 per euro. This is an outlook for currencies, not for any other financial instruments. Note the disclaimers at the bottom of the graph until we talk again.